The classic superhero blueprint is it's pretty straightforward, right? You get this literal earth-shattering power you put on a cape, and you just instinctively know how to handle the pressure.
Yeah, but step into the world of Shigeo Kageyama or, Mob, and that entire blueprint just completely shatters. I mean, you've got a kid whose terrifying psychic abilities are matched only by his crippling social anxiety.
Exactly. The power isn't like a gift at all. It's this emotional ticking time bomb waiting to level a city block. And welcome to a new deep dive, by the way. Our mission today is to unpack the decade-long journey of Mob Psycho 100.
Right, we're looking at how an anime about an awkward middle schooler evolved from a cult favorite into an undeniable masterpiece. And of course, we're diving into the massive 10-year anniversary celebration Studio Bones is throwing.
It's incredible because it's that exact emotional ticking time bomb that made the show such a massive hit in the first place. And 10 years later, Studio Bones isn't just dropping like a standard celebratory tweet.
Oh, definitely not. They've built this physical monument to Mob's internal chaos. It's the Museum of Mob Psycho 100 in Tokyo and Osaka.
Which is so cool because they are letting fans literally step into the production's kinetic energy. It's not just a sterile gallery.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
They've actually physically reconstructed the spirits in such consultation office.
Wait, really? Like the actual office?
Yeah, you can literally walk into that mundane, rundown room where Mob anchors his reality. And sure, they have the sleek new logo and limited edition merch.
Oh, like those plushies of Dimple.
Exactly. Everyone's favorite bizarre evil spirit turned mascot. But honestly, the real draw is walking among the original battle keyframes.
I mean, think about the last time you watched a modern, digitally polished anime. It's clean, right? Like, almost too clean.
Yeah, like a heavily produced, perfectly pitched pop track.
Right. But Mob Psycho 100 is more like a chaotic but perfectly choreographed punk rock concert. Studio Bones deliberately rejected that homogenized digital look for this distinct blend of rough, hand-drawn textures.
And that incredibly fluid, high-octane animation. It's so intentional. The messy distortion of those punk rock guitars, to use your analogy, is the perfect mirror for Mob's internal instability.
Oh, absolutely. That top-tier animation, the Sakuga, as the industry calls it, it isn't just a flex.
No, the visual chaos is the physical manifestation of his repressed anxiety just fighting to break free. The art style literally is the psychology.
But, breathtaking Sakuga alone doesn't sustain a 10-year legacy. I mean, the visual spectacle gets you in the door, but the actual engine keeping this alive isn't about world-ending threats.
Right. Or fighting ghosts at all, really. It's the profound realization that a boy's worth is tied entirely to his kindness, not his special talents.
Which completely flips the traditional power fantasy on his head. Most anime tells you that being special makes you important, but Mob Psycho argues that being special is, well, basically irrelevant to being a good person.
Yeah, and you'd think a message like that would come from some wise, glowing, ancient mentor figure.
Instead, we get Reigen Artaka, the self-proclaimed greatest psychic of the 21st century who, possesses zero actual powers.
A literal world-class con artist.
Right. I've always struggled with how a literal fraud somehow becomes the most beloved, effective mentor in anime history.
Well, Reagan works as a mentor precisely because he lacks power. In a universe obsessed with psychic hierarchies and raw strength, he is the only adult who judges Mob based purely on his humanity.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, he anchors the show through his own highly questionable choices and his ultimate redemption. He proves that moral authority doesn't require supernatural supremacy.
Because he might lie about his psychic abilities, but he never lies to Mob about the importance of just being a decent human being.
Exactly. It proves that valuable, life-altering guidance often comes from deeply flawed, unexpected places.
Which brings us back to the anniversary. The original manga by One started way back in 2012, and the anime wrapped up its story naturally with Season 3, but this celebration serves as a massive bridge.
It really does. It connects the longtime fans who have been there since the very first opening theme with the newcomers discovering it on streaming platforms today.
It cements the show's place in the Anime Hall of Fame, maintaining uncompromising production quality, staying consistent and emotional from the first frame to the last.
Yeah, visually daring the whole way through.
Which leaves us with something I want you to mull over after we wrap up here today. If Mob's ultimate realization is that having extraordinary powers doesn't automatically make you a good person, well, how might our own modern obsession with special talents and constant self-optimization be distracting us?
Distracting us from the simple, everyday act of just being kind to one another.
Exactly. Maybe we don't need perfect control or a cape to be a hero. Maybe we just need to try and be decent people, even when our own internal pressure cookers are ticking.